Hey grade 8s, Mr. Brown here, and this is the video for workstation number 1 in our composition workshop day. And you're probably thinking, what is Mr. Brown doing wearing an aluminium bangle connected to some kind of circuit board that's connected to some kind of fruit and all connected to his laptop? He's finally lost his mind. We've pushed him over the edge. That may be true, but there's another very good reason for this setup, and that is to show you how you're going to build and write music for your very own fruit salad piano. And it goes like this. Thank you very much. Okay, before I go and show you all how to actually build this setup, I just want to explain how it works. So we have here the Makey Makey circuit board, which takes electronic messages, converts it into a USB signal, right? Now what we need to do in order to create that USB signal to trigger the sounds that we hear, is we actually need to create a bit of a current of our own. And the way we need to do that is complete an electrical circuit. Right? So each of the pieces of fruit is wired up to here, but we don't have a complete circuit. How do we complete it? Well, we complete the circuit by actually touching the pieces of fruit. Why isn't it making any sound now? Oh, that's because I'm not actually connected to the circuit board. That's where the bangle comes in handy. This allows us to use both hands while playing the fruit salad piano, and connects us to the circuit board to complete the circuit whenever I touch a piece of fruit. Okay, so once you get it set up, you're actually going to write your own composition, and you're going to write that using the rhythms that many of you have composed. Now, I don't mind which rhythm you use. You might want to compose something for each of your partner's rhythms. And all you're going to do to that rhythm is draw underneath the rhythm, whether it is a banana to be played, an avocado, an apple, an orange, or kiwi. And that way you make your own fruit salad piano recipe that's really a piece of music. Alright. So, before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's go and actually build one. Okay, so we're ready to get started. I have my alligator clips for the cables, all different colors. I have my USB cable, so I can plug it into the computer. I have my Makey Makey circuit board, so that it sends the right messages to the computer. I have my lovely selection of fruit, which I'll make a nice healthy fruit salad with afterwards. And I have a strip of foil. Now I'll explain what that's going to be used for later. But first, we need to attach one of these alligator clips to each of the pieces of fruit so that we can actually start sending messages to the computer. Right, so I'm a stickler for color coding, so yellow has got to be on banana. We've got to have a kind of dull grey on the avocado here. And we'll have orange on the orange. We've got to have red for an apple, even though this apple isn't quite as red as I would like. And green, I guess, for the kiwi. Yum. Okay, so I have all my pieces of fruit with a wire in them. Now, just a case of putting them in the right places. So you can more or less put them anywhere except for down the bottom. That's going to be attached to our foil bangle there, okay? I would start from here, the left button, move away around to the down button, and then fill up space and click, alright? So first, plug in my banana, plug in my avocado. By plug, I mean clip. So you've got to actually pinch these alligator clippers to make sure they hold on to the circuit properly. My apple, my kiwi, and that's it. Alright, so each of these pieces of fruit is connected to a wire, but it's not going to do much unless we actually complete the circuit for each one, so we can actually send an electronic message through the circuit board to the computer. Now we actually need to complete a circuit with ourselves because we're going to be the ones touching the fruit. That's where the bangle comes in. Now if you have a metal wristwatch, you could just attach what's going to be our earth cable to one of the metal rungs in your watch. But if you don't, guess you're wearing the next big fashion accessory, which is the aluminium foil bangle that you'll just wrap around. Let me just fold it so it stays on. And you can attach the earth cable to that. Now because we're touching the fruit, we need to form a circuit that sends an electronic signal through to the Makey Makey circuit board. Alright, and we're going to plug in our aluminium bangle to the earth row, which is anywhere along the bottom there. That's why I say don't plug any fruit into it, because you're going to run into problems and it won't work if you plug fruit in there. So now, whenever after I plug it in, of course, whenever I touch a piece of fruit, I'm going to complete a circuit with a very, very, very small amount of electricity through my body. Yeah? In fact, because we all generate certain amounts of electricity. And that's going to send a signal to the circuit board, and we're going to make sure it gets programmed to play the right note on the computer. Okay, so once we've set all that up, you'll want to get your partner to do the rest because you're attached with the bangle. Get your partner to plug in the USB cable, making sure you don't get all wrapped up in your wires, and then plug it into the USB port of the computer. And you should see, once you plug in the USB port, the lights do a little bit of a dance. That's just meaning, yep, all connected, we're working. Alright, now I'm going to cut to the second part of the video, which is actually going to show you what you need to do on the Makey Makey app, which is on the website, to actually get these pieces of fruit to play some really cool sounds, and you can make up your composition. Alright, so once you've connected all your pieces of fruit to the circuit board, and you've plugged the circuit board into your laptop, and you've got those two little lights light up to show you that it's working, you want to go to this website here, makeymakey.com/apps. If you don't catch it right now, don't worry, I'm going to put it below this video in the portal. I'll also put it on the OneNote. Okay, so I told you before that the Makey Makey circuit board, when you connect everything up, is going to send a signal to the computer. Now these are the apps that are pre-designed to receive those signals and make it do a whole bunch of things. We're most concerned with the musical ones because we're writing a composition. Now you can try out a few of these, but the one that I want you to eventually go for is either piano or MK1, which is the one that I was using in the demonstration to get those really cool sounds. Alright, so I'm just going to click on that. Alright, and you'll see that it opens up what looks like a little synthesizer with a keyboard beneath it that has on it the same symbols that we have on the Makey Makey circuit board. Now we've wired it all up correctly, and so whenever I touch a piece of fruit, it should, and I have the bangle on, it should light up. Right, now I can also use my mouse to just test it out like this. And you have a bunch of different key maps, which just is another word of saying the selection of notes that it's going to use, and a bunch of different samples to use. One of my favorites is the whistle, or the ooh, and if you must, you can have a bit of fun with the splurt. Alright, so that's how you connect it up and start having some fun. Remember, whatever sound you choose and whatever key map you use, write that on your composition sheet, right? So that's the composition sheet with your rhythm that you've already composed. And please remember, always finish on the do, which in my case, and it could be your case, depending on how you set it up, is going to be banana. Alright, have fun, see how you go.